almost feels like a lifetime ago, but I remember back in '03 when I first started this rap shit with Dr. Dick. KDC came a long way with my ABCs. Gave you see what you did for me is give me my heartbeat, the reason I breathe. Reminiscing on that intro track when we shouted "Bling is out." That's the day I figured out this shit was for me without a doubt. When I figured out I could write on my notepad when I go mad. Gave me an outlet, a place to shine when I feel like this world wasn't too kind. Cause I know what it's like to not have any outlets, so I shout this to the top of the motherfucking mountains. I bet you can hear me now, bitch. I ain't gon' back down ever, that's fucking coward shit. I'm gonna keep seducing these beats like a girl trying to rouse a dick. This song ain't a pound shit, it's more like a memorial. I don't know how much time I have left, so I wanna let all you know how much you meant to me and still do and always will. You gave me my life when I had nothing, how can I ever repay that bill? I tried to fight through the bickering with thick skin. I tried to go down the right lanes with my innocence. I tried so hard to hold on to this, being pinned against the divider between the good and the bad my whole existence. But I remember all the good times in my mind. There's a fine line that I cross when I rhyme, and I try to always remember where I came from, who I really am. I don't mean to live a life of sin, but I'm caged in. It almost feels like a lifetime ago, but I remember back in '04, oh lord, that's the year V-Unit came aboard. Hotter Than Hell was my very first rap album, that's how I started my career with SMF. Yeah, we snapped at 'em with bloody hands. Feels like I'm on top being propelled by 100 fans. Why the fuck am I still running, man? I don't understand, I'm fucking mad. It's like every time I get out of a maze, I'm back in one. That's not fun, thinking I should go ahead and take a shot, but I'm lacking guns. I ain't got time to spare, I'm trapped in a lion's lair. Always fighting, scratching and clawing back to the saying life's not fair. Why was I thrown into this fucking jail cell? I'm being thrown down the stairwell. I need to succeed, so fuck a bad man, I can't fail. I keep getting thrown to the fucking trash like I'm fan mail, but you know damn well you ain't gonna get the best of me before I rest in peace. I just want the rest to see that I always cherish these memories. I love you, dog, and no matter how things are today, my best friend, you'll always be. I tried to fight through the bickering with thick skin. I tried to go down the right lanes with my innocence. I tried so hard to hold on to this, being pinned against the divider between the good and the bad my whole existence. But I remember all the good times in my mind. There's a fine line that I cross when I rhyme, and I try to always remember where I came from, who I really am. I don't mean to live a life of sin, but I'm caged in. I remember kicking it back with my friend Nick when N64 came out. A few years down the line from that is when the skateboards came out. I remember those V-Unit missions, kicking over those sprinklers, and at one time we almost got caught by the cops, almost becoming their prisoners. I remember riding Big Berserk, go down to the Huntington Village. It makes me sad thinking back then, knowing those times are finished. That was my life back then, it got torn apart like Mac 10s. Came driving by, but I survived. Now I'm here rapping with an empty soul, with a hefty flow that no one knows. So good at this, you think I stole my skills? Too bad you can't arrest me though. Why am I even trying to impress you with these fucking rhymes? You don't understand the complexity of syllables put together in a fucking line. My mouth got the capacity of 2 loaded handguns, spitting fire like dragons, pick up my targets at random. I don't need to shoot the spit when tongue-in-cheek is my weapon. I see my enemies, I left them in a fucking ditch with the rest of them. I just wanna let you know that I'm going out on my own terms, and I won't burn. Although I speak for the devil, it's never something I yearn for. Trying to get back to my return form, it hurts more. Day to day, no, I'll never get back to someone you weren't concerned for. John, it's time for me now to properly thank Ray Jones. Before I met you, I came close to quitting, and you stayed close. You gave me that motivation to keep flying to that solar station. Now the joke's on them like Heath Ledger with no relation. I remember when the days were cold and the nights were long. Behind the mic is where I belong. The pressure to conform was always strong, till I said fuck it, I'm just gonna be ViNSaNiTY. And if I offend you, then fuck you. Go ahead and be mad at me, cause I tried to fight through the bickering with thick skin. I tried to go down the right lanes with my innocence. I tried so hard to hold on to this, being pinned against the divider between the good and the bad my whole existence. But I remember all the good times in my mind. There's a fine line that I my cross when I rhyme, and I try to always remember where I came from, who I really am. I don't mean to live a life of sin, but I'm cased in.